Just landed a whale of a spot, but you know what? I earned it by coming persistently to this place, Coastal Hand Car Wash. I'm always over here at a couple of my favorite spots, some of my favorite eateries. So I saw this place and I was like, oh my god, this is such a gem of a spot. And I couldn't believe it. They have like such an awesome waiting room with nothing in it. So initially when I came here, probably like a month ago when I first started, I noticed that I went in there and the guy's like, oh yeah, you can't talk to the owner. I can give a message to him. And then, I came back again because I never heard anything, and I heard it was under different ownership. And I got really excited because I heard that they were bringing in like a soda or snack machine, stuff like that. I noticed they added some chips and stuff. And so I was kind of getting worried that my time was on the brink of expiration. And so what I did was I persistently came here the last couple of days, talked to the manager, and then owner wasn't here. I came back today earlier and the owner was here, and so I talked to him, we worked it out, I booked it back to my house, got the machine, and then I went ahead and put it in. We got a great location. I do have this beautiful blue Pro with the silver trim, which just goes great with their schematics of blue and white, and I'm in love with this silver trim. I think I'm going to do this on most, if not all, of my machines because it just pops so awesomely, especially on this blue. With the blue with the silver on top, matching bottom. As you can see, I do have labels on that Skittle, and unfortunately made a color printed bubblegum ice cream sundae because they only give you one per box, which just isn't enough because you have enough gumballs to fill up at least 2 or 3. Unfortunately, when I did get my labels, they gave me peanut butter, it looks like, instead of the milk chocolate classic, which is what I wanted. So unfortunately right now I had to do what was necessary to make something happen, as you can see. And I was thinking about making it the same with the Skittles right here so that it would all match, but these stickers are great and it takes up a lot less space so that you can see all the candy. This isn't transparent, it's not on the inside, it's on the outside. So I'm gonna hope to get a sticker or contact the company to see if they have milk chocolate, because that's initially what I thought I had on me, and then I saw that they were all peanut and peanut butter. So unfortunately it does look somewhat ghetto compared to perfectly professional. Angling that and then also getting the gum in there is another obstacle, as you can see. But overall, the aesthetics still look super crispy. It still looks great. I think it's going to be great. We're doing the milk chocolate right here. Super excited. Such an awesome location. Great waiting room. As you can see, tons of business going through here all day, every day. And like I said, they're all hyped up with new ownership. I met him. The guy's name's Jack. He seems like this cool beach bro with a great attitude and mentality. And the nice thing is I really kind of worked the scenario with what I've learned with all my experiences so far. And I came in with great enthusiasm, mentality. I even learned about, I know this sounds like a given, but like what you wear. And I don't think, as you can see, I got my reverse Peter Pan hat on, and I'm rocking my famous tank tops and what is this? Shorts, right? So, but I look good. I mean, it's like you don't have to look like you're wearing a business suit and a tie type of look good. That's not what I got from grasping that concept. For me, it was more about like I look because like yesterday when I was going around, I had like one of my ugly, like, I don't say ugly, but it was just like a plain like light brown shirt, and I had like faded light gray shorts on, and I look kind of bummish. And so you're just like, who am I doing business? Now I come in, I look like a clean cut, not clean cut, but just like a surfer beach bro that he could relate to, you know? So, you know, nice navy tank top. I got cool black Quicksilver shorts on, you know? And I got clean, you know, my running Nike shoes on. And, you know, of course my Bangarang, my signature Peter Pan hat on. And so, you know, the guy gets an impression. You know, it always helps when I show up in my G ride, my baby. Not like anyone like is paying attention to that, but for some reason, if they see me come and go, they're like, okay, well, this guy's obviously, you know, this guy's cool. You know, drives a cool car, plays a cool part, looks like Peter Pan, and now he wants to give me candy. You know. And I'm super stoked because I've had my eye on this location for the longest time, and to be able to just and I use my tactics, like I was saying, some of my tactics, because he's like, well, show me a picture. I show him a picture, and then he's like, well, send me a picture. I only have like an hour, and I just kept rebuttaling. I was like, listen, let me get the machine. You know, I'll be back in like 30 minutes. You know, give me like an hour. You know, he's like, I only have an hour. I'm like. And he's like, where are we going to put it? What are we going to put? And he even like asked some customer in line, and she's all like, yeah. And I was like hoping that she'd give like a good answer. And she's like, yeah, you know, kids love it. And I'm a school teacher. I want to do peanut M&Ms because of the allergies. I was like, oh, don't say that. Don't say that. Peanut M&Ms are killer. Not killer, but killer, you know, in all the best ways. It's one of the best sellers. But anyways, she's like, gumballs are great. And I was like, so the momentum was getting hyped up. And then I told him, I'm like, let's try it out for a month. Let's try it out for a month, and if you don't like it, I won't even try to resell you. You call me, text me, I'll come pick up the machine, and I'll just say thank you, you know? And I'm like, I'll be back, you know? He's like, well, I'm leaving, you know? And I'm like, well, his manager was there too, you know? And his manager talked about me yesterday because I talked to him, and so it was in the mix. And so when I came back, he already knew me from yesterday, and he's like, hey, this is the guy I was talking about me, Corey Gumball, you know? Oh, he asked me for my business name, by the way, you know, Corey Gumball. So, the nice thing was, I said, hey, let's try it out for a month. You know, if you don't love it, no questions asked, whatever, I'll come get the machine. And then, you know, initially before that, he's like, so what about money? You know, how much money am I gonna get? You know, and the thing is, when you say 10%, it doesn't sound that good, but when you say 20%, it sounds a lot better, although it's kind of misleading because, A, I'm talking about 10% of the profit, and he's like, is that off the gross or the net sales? And I'm thinking, I can't answer this, I can't comprehend which one's which fast enough because I'm not sure exactly what he's thinking, what I'm thinking, or what I'm thinking he's thinking. And I'm thinking, shit, how do I phrase this to make it sound good? Or do I just say, yeah, you know, and like go with it? Because what I'm trying to offer is 10% of all the sales in the machine, which I think is a good deal, which almost transmutes into 20% of the profit. But saying, hey, I'll give you 20% sounds a lot better than, hey, I'll give you 10%. And then he asked me, he's like, how much do these candy machines make? You know? And good thing is I have an answer because I learned that, hey, you know, you don't want to put a machine in, they're saying, that doesn't make at least $15 a month, which sounds appropriate. And they seem to be able to make up to like $45 or $50 in a good location. So I told them, oh, anywhere from like 15 to $45. And he's like, so I'm making like $4 a month, which sounds like dog meat, you know? But to him, he was like, okay, you know? Because he's thinking, and I kept telling him, I'm like, hey, it's totally free, doesn't take any electricity, small amount of space. I do the detailing, the restocking, you know, the cleaning, you don't have to worry about a thing. So he's thinking, okay, so I get a free candy machine, and I get like $4 or $5 a month, and I don't have to do anything, and it looks good in my shop, and it's going to make my customers happy. Okay. He's like, let's try it out for a month. And so at one point he's like, well, I'm going to be here like an hour. Why don't you just send me a photo, you know? And I'm just thinking, no. I don't want to prolong this another minute. I was actually, when I woke up this morning and I was going out to go get some food, I was like, hey, just put the machine in my car. But the way I drive, like zooming around and stuff like that, I just don't want the machine to break. And so I was just like, well, and I was going to go somewhere else. I decided to come here because I kept thinking about it. And that's kind of how it happens. If you get stuck on an idea or a thought and you progress on that and you go for it, things can happen. I mean, this is proof. I mean, I drove by this place a month or two ago. I stopped by. Guy's like, hey, once again, I can call the owner. We'll get back to you. Never get back to me. I come by yesterday. Hey, we're under new ownership, and we're trying to soup this place up with a bunch of snacks and stuff. The crazy thing is, I wish I would have got here a little bit sooner. Not to sound like a greedsicle, but, and I just made up that term right now, pretty sweet. But the thing is, you know, he's talking about getting, Pepsi's coming in with a drink machine. The guy just set up some chips. They're talking about getting a coffee vending machine. And I've seen those before, dude. And they're freaking sweet. And I feel like if I would have gotten here a little bit sooner, I could have been the guy to do more of his vending needs, which just would have been so exciting because, I mean, I could have done the coffee. Hell, I wanted to try to work my way into a full-size snack machine, or I'm looking at the place, or a drink machine, you know? So I feel like I got here just in time, and that's why I didn't want to wait. And plus I was so excited about this location, and that I had the, you know, at one point it almost like he was off the hook. It was almost like the fish was off the hook, because at one point, or I should say, well, because this is such a sweet location. At one point he's like, well, I don't know, we'll talk about it, and why don't you just leave me your number and text me a photo of what it looks like. Because I started talking about colors. I'm like, oh, we got a black, but your colors, they're blue and white. I got this awesome machine. It's blue with a silver trim. It's gonna look so good in here. And that's where a lot of, I feel like, the salesmanship really came in. And I'm so like into these audio books about learning about everything. And just recently, it was all about sounding animated and sounding how sales success is really with that translation of emotion, of excitement, of your passion. And so when I come in guns blazing, like, hey, you know, and I'm not trying to like be overbearing or too much, but I'm just trying to project that I'm passionate about this, and this is so great, not just for me, but for you. This is so great for us. And so at one point he was almost off the hook, and I kept him on there, you know, almost backed up a little bit of silence, and then let him think about it. And then once again, let me get the machine for you. I'll be back in 30 minutes. You're going to love it. It's going to look great, you know? And he's like, okay. And I'm like, we'll try it out for a month, you know, easy breezies. And he's like, okay, yeah, I'll try it out for a month. And I got him. I got the machine in there, and it's all set up. And this is potentially my best location so far. I'm like super stoked. This is so awesome. The machine looks great. The location is amazing. The guy is super cool. And I'm confident that this will last longer than a month. I think he's his questions also, he's all like, okay, well, it takes quarters. Who's got quarters? He's like, we don't want to deal with quarters at the cash register. People are going to come up to us asking if we got change for their dollars. And then, And then the lady, the customer, is like in the mix, and she's like, well, I have a bunch of change in my center console. I'm like, I do too. I'm like, I got a ton of change. And he's like, yeah, but the cars are going through, and now you're gonna want to what? Go back to your car to grab some change? How are you gonna know to grab some change before you come in here? And you know what? His head, his mentality, his thought process was spot on, to be honest with you, But the thing is, I can't lay on the agreement too thick, because if I do, it's selling him out of the idea instead of into it, right? So when the girl's like, oh, hey, I have a bunch of change in my center console, I jump on that bandwagon, and I'm like, I do too. I have so much. And he's like, I do too. He agrees. A ton of change. And then he mentions, yeah, but the car's out there. Now they're inside. Now they want change. It's in their center console, And he's absolutely right. That, I don't want to say the words, it's a problem, but I feel like that's definitely how life in today's age would go. Someone would get out of the car, sit down, see the candy machine, and be like, ah, shit, I got change in my car, which is getting worked on right now. Can I go back to my car and grab some change? You know what I mean? Or, and so he's absolutely right. And then again, are they going to be asking him for change? The nice thing was, and I thought about this, because at first they seemed really like, at least like the manager was like, no, they don't want to deal with any change. One guy gets super annoyed. He just rounds up because he doesn't want to deal with change. And I was driving home. I'm thinking, well, hell, okay, you're putting in all these machines. You're running your a new business. What is this about? What is this? What is a car wash machine business all really about? It's about customer service when it comes down to it, because we can all just wash our car. Hell, my car looks great. I washed it by myself yesterday. I do my laundry, I go for a run. When I put it in the dryer, I come back and I detail my car, all right? And it feels great. I get a great run in, a stretch in, okay? I wash my car inside and out, and I get my laundry done. That is my routine. And I see people, hey, whatever, to each their own, that are sitting there waiting for everything, and they're playing on the phone, whatever. That's cool too. But I'm just saying, the magic in this detail shop, in all shops, is the customer service, right? That's why you're doing all this stuff, because you want great customer service. You want them to be happy. So I'm thinking, well, okay, well, if you're in the customer service game, then be excited to give someone some change to use one of your machines. Don't not do it. Don't do it, but be mad about it. Do it and be happy that you're doing it, right? Because you have a game that you're running, that you're hosting, and now you're offering good customer service. Hey, you want to use one of our machines? I got some change right here for you. Here you go. Boom. Hey, awesome. Hey, I feel good. Now I know every time I come here, this guy will give me change. He'll break my change. He has change to break, because now I can use the machine. Now I'm happy. That's what makes the world go around. So I was kind of snake bitten when I was driving out, thinking that they're not going to be like compensating on that. And the good news is, when I came back and set up the machine, he actually said, hey, we're going to keep quarters here. We're going to offer people change on the machines. And he sounded really cool about it. So I was actually really happy to hear that kind of his mind shifted, his thought process on that whole aspect, that whole obstacle, you could say, got into a better place, with his position, on the matter. So all in all, this is just such a great day in the side business hustle. I'm just going to wrap up by giving you the tallies right now. Also, I'm super motivated right now. This was the first spot I stopped at today to try to get some machines in. I still have a great red and a black machine at my house that I really need homes for. So I'm going to go around, see where else I can find some locations to set these up in. But right now, looking pretty good. I want to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, now 6. This is candy machine number 6 in 5 locations. 6 machines. This is episode 6 machines, 5 locations. 0 to 100 is what this whole channel is all about. If you watch this, you gotta hit the like button if you enjoyed. You gotta subscribe. You gotta comment below for better or worse. Don't feel like you can only say something that I want to hear. Please, here is a shared, equal space of freedom, okay? Whatever you want to say, for, like I said, negatively, positively, something in between, good, bad, the ugly, let me know. You know, I'm excited about this. I'm excited about anyone that watches this and that can learn from this. And once again, you know, this is the journey. This is the side hustle journey. And, you know, I keep saying this, as much as you want to see, not maybe me talk, you want to see the candy machines, and you want to see me stock them up, and you want to see me grab the money, you know, those quarter waterfalls. There's a lot of work. I was just on my hands and knees putting this machine together. I was getting worried about the screws not going in. This is a brand new machine too, and I still was like second guessing how some of these screws are going, me holding the machine on top and trying to get it all in without looking like a fool. I was dropping gumballs in the candy machine slot, and I was like, oh my god, you know, I'm such an amateur. My stickers look like amateurs. Me forgetting to like not able to put in a couple of the screws, and then I kept working on it and then went upside down just so the machine felt sturdy and safe, you know, because I'm trying to do the best job I can do, and you know, and not look like too much of an amateur. Anyways, super excited. This is great day off. More to come. Signing out. Peace out, all my vending bro and broettes.